My name is Nick Hahn. I'm a product designer and educational consultant for MoxieBox Art. And I'm going to talk to you about the process, product, and portfolio of the TK Art curriculum. So, we are going to just learn a little bit about what we mean by the three P's, or process, product, and portfolio. You will notice these icons that go along with each of these concepts. So the process is going to be a teacher-supported play-based art making. When students are invited to do a process project in MoxieBox Art curriculum, what they're asked to do is learn a new concept or a new skill or something that they're practicing with the teacher first. So this is going to be very supported by the teacher to begin with. But once the student has the knowledge or the skill or beginning parts of the skill, we want them to practice and continue and discover. So we have provided, in many cases, additional materials for students to be independent and working at a station or just exploring beyond the lesson in some way, shape, or form. The product lesson is going to be something that will be displayed. And when we can display art, we are definitely advocating for arts in our education, our students' education. So the product is going to be something that's large format or maybe a sculptural piece, something that is going to give the wow of the TK art classroom. This is going to allow your stakeholders, your parents, your administrators, the other staff members and community members that have access to your classroom or hallways, and it's going to just celebrate what is happening in your classroom. So it's really important to have something that can be displayed in some way, the product. The portfolio is going to be a small format piece of artwork that will be archived and just document the student growth of their TK art career. So this portfolio is going to be something that you receive in the essentials kit for every student. And every time you do a portfolio project, you're going to place that artwork in that portfolio. And at the end of the year, you're going to be able to give this amazing portfolio with 8, and maybe you'll add more different projects to the parent to just archive that moment in time that they were a TK student. All right, this is going to give us a little bit better idea of what we mean by process, product, and portfolio. If you look across the top, we have the themes for the fall semester. So I like myself, transportation, animals, and community and family. Along the side, we have process, product, and portfolio. So every lesson, or I'm sorry, every theme is going to have one lesson that's a process lesson, one lesson that is a product, and one lesson that will fit into that portfolio. Let's talk about this one right here. The I like myself. This is the lesson called Place the Face, and students will create a face with a teacher, really examining the face, looking in the mirror, finding where all the parts are creating together. And then there's enough materials for them to work independently as well. So possibly that first time you're working in a small group and you're really focusing with a smaller amount of students. And the second time is in large group. That's more independent. Or maybe you're working large group and then they get to create at a learning station independently later. The product, as I mentioned, is going to be either sculptural or something that is large format. It's hard to see in here, but these last three are quite large and they are worthy of displaying. And this is just the sweetest. You're going to love this one. It's a little self on the shelf. The portfolio, these are small pieces that are going to fit right into the portfolio that you receive from MoxieBox Art. And a look at the spring semester, it looks very similar with the 4 themes at the top and process, product, and portfolio here on the side. Sometimes something is in the process. So this is becoming a bug. So they get to make these little bugs' wings and become a bug. But it can also fit something similar into the product. So in this example, students are going to be making some blossom bling and talking about how things grow, and they're going to be wearing the art that is the product, is the thing to be displayed. So there are definitely projects that will fit into multiple categories, but we've made a focus in our process, product, and portfolio for each of them. I hope this helps understanding what process, product, and portfolio means in the TK Art curriculum.